Hey guys, it's Ace here, bring you guys the God of High School, Episode 3, Wisdom of Kingdom review, and oh boy, we've got a lot in this episode to talk about. Oh geez, I might go over the 10 limit, I might go way over the 10, the 10 limit time. Well, anyway, let's get into this episode. So in this episode, we actually get to the second day of the tourney, and this is before the intro. We get something particularly interesting when we enter the dungeons, I guess, or maybe some sort of like outer circle. It's this weird cult sort of like area in this tournament, and it's really weird because there's a lot of like religious aspects going on here and culty vibes getting here, and it was just so interesting because I think in the end this is where the administrators and everyone and the higher ups in the tournament are sort of paying homage to. So this is sort of interesting. It's definitely not like super revealing. It's just a very quick glance. You get some sketchy characters coming up. And it's super weird. It's super interesting. It's eerie looking. It's weird. It's very weird, especially what happens later on in the episode. After the intro, we do get our next fight of the day, and it's just an interesting fight. Actually, I really do think I like this fight. We had Mori versus Mission. Hopefully I'm saying her name right. For you guys who don't know, Mori is the gorilla with the wooden sword that I was like, wow, she's OP in the last review. And in this episode, it seems like I don't know. We'll see about we'll see about that. But we do get to see Mission, which is actually a pro wrestler from America, and her basically whole idea with going to this tourney is she likes men, and she wants to have all the men she likes, and it's very kind of like harem-y when we get to it, and this is what she's trying to establish is that her whole goal is to get the wish from the tournament is to just get a bunch of exotic men in her harem, and I just collect them all. Like, and it was so weird. Like, she was on stage, and it's a very particular scene, and you guys should definitely go check it out if you're into that. But we do see like the fact that Mori, or not Mori, I'm sorry. We do see the fact that Mira, when she gets knocked out a few times of Misan, because she's like Misan. I'll say, if you guys don't know Misan's fighting style, she's very just like fluid, doing backflips everywhere when you're like attacking. It's like one of those beat 'em up characters. Like one of your attacks are literally just like a backflip. It's kind of weird to think about, but like she's very agile in the fight scenes, and she's just constantly beating up Mira. And I'm like, how is Mira losing to her? Like Misan did preface the fight saying that like you're not going to be able to beat me with that with a sword, like a ranged weapon. That was kind of interesting. Being a wrestler, I don't know how that exactly works out, but it was true, I guess. And anyways, we see that Mira fights Misan and she loses her sword. I'm like, okay, does she have anything else besides her sword that she can rely on? And it seems like it's the case because like when she ended up fighting without her sword, Misan, she was actually doing better than with her sword. Like I don't know how that works, but she was. And the thing was, she was actually ended up using her hands as a substitute for her sword, which is kind of weird thing about, because she's doing a lot of slicing action here, and I was like, how are you making her bleed with your hands? It's like she's got like air karate strikes or something like that. I don't know. It was weird, and I think this says a little more about Mira, like she's really good with her hands and her sword. That's that's basically about it. But in this episode, I did get like a vibe that like a bunch of these like at least the beginning episodes are going to be very much like these are the main characters and they're super strong, just establishing that point very hard, and it seems like that's the case so far. But in the end, Mira ends up being Mission, just through fear, like fighting, like there's air chops, slicing her up. It was very like peculiar. I don't know if I like that because it was very much like, oh, I thought Mission would be really good. There'd be more depth to this fight, but it was just like, oh no, Mira's gonna lose a little bit and then she's gonna come out on top, and that was basically the fight. That was all right. It was all right. But after the fight is when we get the good stuff. Ooh, ooh. Okay, guys, this is really good. So if you guys don't remember last episode, or at least previous episodes, one of them, we saw that Mori interacted in a fight that he was not supposed to, and therefore he was punished. And we didn't know what his punishment was. Like it seemed like, is he gonna get kicked out? Like is he gonna be able to go in the tournament again? That's a bunch of lines of like questioning like how would this story turn out if he was actually kicked out of the God of High School. And we actually saw his punishment. They did some background research. The head honchos of this tourney, we don't know who they are. They're not really established characters yet. But the head honchos of this tournament ended up deciding if Mori should fight a commissioner. And if he did and was able to fight the commissioner through various means, that they would actually deem him perfect substitute for something. Like they found out that he's actually someone of importance in this actual like tournament, and so his punishment was to fight a commissioner. Now we know the commissioners are pretty strong. Like they're the commissioners after all. They sort of expect them to be strong, stronger than the contestants, anyways. That's what I expect. And one of the main people, one of the like the really top guys, ends up giving Mori some fruits. Now we have no clue what these fruits are, or why he wants to give them the fruits. It looks like they're particularly sacred fruits, and that's also guessing they're sacred fruits because like we did see the opening cultish scene, but then we also got a little like peek at what those fruits came from, which was like the super secret hidden cache inside the tourney somewhere, or like in the depths of the tournament dungeon somewhere. It was super weird and eerie, and it's like, why would you keep fruits in there? What's the point? And also it's like there were multiple fruits in there. I'm guessing maybe there weren't. Maybe it's just like one of the fruits that were in there in the actual bag given to Mori, or it was actually just one that he needed to eat, and he ended up eating all of them. And so, anyways, whatever. Anyways, the gist of it is Mori ate the fruit of the Loom, and that was weird because like, what do these fruits do? Like, what's the point of these fruits? Are they like the devil fruits? I don't know. But he eats the fruits, and the fruits have some weird magical side effect, I think, that actually helps them give off this I guess helps the person who's eating it, if they're able to sustain the fruit's like harmful effects, if they can, it actually helps them to their full potential. That's what I'm guessing. I don't know, just off the bat, that's what it assumes, right? And we see that like Mori ends up like coughing up blood later on. It was very peculiar. Because like I was wondering, like, maybe Mori isn't the one. Like, maybe they have to help him. Although that's not very common. I don't think in anime where like the main character isn't like the chosen one, right? So I was actually kind of hoping that it would be changed and that like maybe someone else would be a chosen character. Like maybe switch it up, but I guess not. It's just not too bad. Like you want to see the main character because it's interesting, and like you're gonna have most of the screen time around him, so why not? And so Mori eats the fruit, and okay, is Mori dead? We don't know. We don't know until later. Anyways, leaving Mori alone, we go on to the next fight, which is Dowie. I don't know how to say his name. Dowie? It's Dowie versus... It was Dowie versus Sugjol. I hope I said his name right. I think Bak, his first name, might be a little easier to say. Also a little more memorable, so I'm going to call him Bak, which is basically the dude with the glasses. It's like a blondie, maybe gingerish hair color. It was them too. And if you guys don't, also one of the like more prominent features about him is he's the guy with the glasses and the bat. I don't know why it looks so badass, by the way. Of course, he's got the glare in his glasses. Anyways, they're fighting, and it was pretty much more or less the same fight as like Mira versus Myson. Like basically, Dowie gets his butt handed to him, and then he sort of breaks the whole thing up by being super strong. I don't know if I like this. Like I'm hoping it's just like setting the grounds of how strong these characters are, because it seems rather, I don't know, linear. Like, oh, is this guy actually gonna win? He's the main character. He should win, right? So we see that, and I don't know what to say. Like, it was cool at first because we got to see more. Like, we got to see more special effects in fights. Like when Bak ended up using his baseball bat, he actually had like these weird spears appear. Now I'm guessing these aren't actual spears appearing. They're more so just like the effect of the particular attack he used, and how it would like be portrayed in like an actual like physical manner, like how it would feel when it actually hits. It's really weird. It's like a manifestation of the actual attacks. Like, I don't know, it's weird. Anyways, he hits Dowie with it, and Dowie ends up like learning how to do stuff. Like he doesn't sit back and like just take it anymore. He just actually stands up for himself and goes at it. And like this fight is actually really telling of how Dowie is a character. He seems like a very nice dude, especially like before the scene of him and the fight. We actually saw him like before the tourney, or like before the tourney in his natural habitat, and he seemed like just a very nice dude. He's got people in the hospital like relying on him. He's just, I think for the most part, just like a pretty wholesome character, which I think is kind of interesting. We didn't get the same amount of information from Mira yet, but I guess we got that from the first episode, I forget when, but that's kind of interesting. Anyways, Dowie beats Bach. All right, cool. So what of it? Not much, honestly. It just seems like these are fodder characters now, which just kind of sucks because like this is the first few episodes in the anime. I'm hoping Crunchyroll ends up doing the series again because I'd really like to see some of these characters maybe become good, maybe become part of like Mori's, I don't know, like main character crew. That's a really particular popular thing. But like, especially like my son, like I want to see her. Like she seems pretty cool. She reminds me of some girl from what is it? What's the show called? Not show, the game called. It's Soulcalibur. One of the girls. She did like this weird move where she would like attack Mori from the top and just like this weird somersault twist thing on him, and like it was weird. Like she was cool. I liked my son a lot. Anyways, after the fight with Bach and Dowie, we actually have the fight for Mori and the commissioner. And it was honestly a stomp. Like Mori actually won within the first, before the fight started. He just won. He just won, and that was really telling of like what this fruit did. I think it like maybe it wasn't the case. Like maybe Mori was stronger before even eating the fruit because it seemed like he was taking punches from the commissioner. So I don't know. Maybe this is like a weak commissioner. I don't know. But Mori beats the commissioner before the before the fight even starts. So Mori's pretty strong. I don't know if it was because of the fruit, but he's pretty strong. And we end up seeing like this weird power from the commissioner that I think we saw from Kang, was it? The first fight where it's like the first fight where like Mori interjected and Kang started having like this weird stuff coming from him, this weird black stuff emanate from him. And that's the same thing that came from this commissioner. I don't know if this was particularly because of some effect or some like weird thing that commissioners get. Like maybe Kang was a commissioner. I don't know. I doubt it though. It didn't seem like that's the case. Anyways, we see that he actually manifested like this weird, like Reaper clown thing, and I was like, whoa! Like, can the crowd see this? I doubt the crowd can see. I feel like this is more of a I don't know. It's like a mental thing maybe. It's really weird because I'm not sure the crowd sees. If the crowd sees this, like this is kind of scary. Like this huge ass clown with a huge ass scythe trying to kill this dude, like not just be knocked out. I don't know. It was very curious. It was very weird. I'm super intrigued because I feel like Mori would actually have the same ability now that he ate the special fruit that was like locked up in this like cultish dungeon in this tournament. Maybe he can manifest it later or something. I don't know. It's very weird, especially like seeing that this happened after Mori beat the commissioner. It's like, why didn't the commissioner like do this beforehand? Like, is he really that? I don't know. It's weird. It was super weird, but yeah, I don't know what to say about that. It's super weird. It's super weird. Like, why is Mori so easily able to kill, like, win the fight so easily? Maybe you just caught him off guard. I don't know. But tell me what you guys think in the comment section down below. I think we'll finish there. And then we'll start talking about the next episodes of what's to come. So, anyways, hope you guys like this review. I really enjoyed this episode. If you guys haven't watched this episode yourself, make sure to check it out. Also, comment, like, and subscribe if you guys like this video. But other than that, see you guys later and have a nice day.